Hey Floss Tube, I'm Annie and I am the proper stitcher, and welcome to Floss Tube number 8. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for watching, and if you are returning, thank you for subscribing and coming back. I have been doing this for a few weeks now, I guess 6-7 weeks, and this is my 8th Floss Tube. So I'm excited to be coming to you today from Watersound, Florida. I am not at home, as you can see. I am on vacation with my family. We are vacationing in Watersound, Florida, which is a little community off of Highway 30A, which 30A is a highway that runs along the Gulf in between Destin and Panama City. And my family and I have been coming down here for about 20 years now, and we just really enjoy it down here. It's very family friendly, very quaint and charming. It's about an 8-hour drive from Knoxville, so it's definitely an easy trip, a day drive down here. And I am still about 45 minutes from my sister Lisa, and about 2 hours from my sister Jamie, who lives in South Alabama. And so they often come down and visit us when we go on vacation down here and stay a few nights with us. Unfortunately, this time they could not. Jamie's son is graduating high school this week, and Lisa just is not able to have that time away due to her treatments. And they got some exciting news, some exciting news to share with y'all. They got a puppy last week, Lisa and Dan did. So last night, my family and I drove about the 45-minute distance to go to Lisa's house, and we visited with her and Dan and had dinner, but we got to play with the puppy, which is so much fun and so sweet to have little puppy time. But her name is Molly, and she is a boxer and has the sweetest disposition. Of course, all puppies are sweet, but there's something special about her. She's just so sweet and so cute. But I'll post pictures of Molly and my kids playing with her on Instagram and on Facebook. So go and check those out when you get a chance. But Lisa, thank you again for all of your continued prayers and thoughts and well wishes for her. Unfortunately, today she was not able to have chemo. They did her blood work, and her levels are just not where they need to be to safely give her treatment today. So they'll try again next week and see how she's doing. But I didn't want another week to go by, or a week to go by and not do a floss tube. So I thought, why not do a video from the beach house where we're staying. Everybody's down at the beach right now. I had to stay back this morning and do some work. I've mentioned to y'all before that my husband and I are self-employed, and so I had to do some work this morning, and I thought since everybody's at the beach, it would be a good time to sneak in a video. As you can imagine, this will probably be a shorter video because I'm not at home. I didn't bring all of my whips. I didn't bring all of my haul. I can't wait to get home and see what haul is waiting for me. But I did bring the giveaways from last week and new giveaways. So stay tuned to the end of the video for that. We are almost to 3,000 subscribers. So I'm at about 2,500. So help me get to 3,000 subscribers and I'll have a big giveaway for that. Thank you all for your continued support and your words of encouragement and your emails and your messages on Facebook and on Instagram. I really appreciate it, and I just love this community. I love floss tubers, and I love the cross stitchers and the quilters. You all are wonderful. But let's get to our video. Let's get to what I did bring with me. Many of you are following our Stitch Along with Stitch Etc. And Clarissa Beaumont is our current Stitch Along. And it's by Little Robin Design. And I'm stitching Clarissa Beaumont. And if you want to join us, just come on in anytime. It is an easy Stitch Along. Join when you can, stitch when you can. No rules apply. But it is so much fun. And this design is so sweet and has so many colors and so many different motifs. And I'm gonna go ahead and apologize right now. The camera's so far away from where I'm sitting. It's just, I only brought one extension cord, so I can't get it closer, and I can't figure out how to get closer to it because of the way it's set up. So I'm gonna be stretching and reaching a lot, so excuse me for that. But back to Clarissa Beaumont. If you would like to join us, this is a PDF download by Little Robin Design, and I'll put her link below. and it's all DMC floss. I'm using linen from my stash, but it is so much fun to stitch. But it's Little Robin Designs, and the hashtag, if you are going to do this with us or are doing this with us, use hashtag Clarissa B SAL, and then we can see your progress. But here's the design, and let me show you my progress on it. And I'm also going to apologize. I did not iron any of my whips because I don't trust the iron here. You know, I only trust my iron at home, and I don't like to press my work too often, but I do try to do that before all of my videos, just so you're not seeing a bunch of wrinkles. But I didn't do it this week because I don't trust the iron here. But here is the progress on my Clarissa Beaumont. And really this week, I finished the green, and I did the letters here. So I haven't had as much stitching on this. I've been stitching in the mornings. I take my coffee on the porch and stitch when it's still pleasant outside. And so, and maybe I'll do some stitching at night, but usually it's not a lot because it's so dark. I don't have all of my lights and everything set up, and I'm usually pretty tired after being outside all day. But here are the floss, DMC floss colors that I am using for the Clarissa Beaumont. So much fun. Did y'all hear my yells of celebration when I finished my tree on Summer at Cherry Hill? I was pretty excited. I posted it on Instagram and Facebook. But I am stitching Summer at Cherry Hill by Brenda Gervais. And I told y'all last week that I just could not wait to finish stitching or filling in the tree trunk, or the base of the tree. And I finally did. I got it finished a couple of days ago. And oh, and here's my needle minder for this one. But I did get it stitched. I did finish filling it in, and I was so excited to finally get that stitched. And I'm going to show you my cherry needle minder. I showed y'all that last week. But I finished the tree, and then I went ahead and I had to do the beehive, and I love how it's here on the side of the border, and then I got one little cherry in there. So excited to get this one done. I'm stitching it on 32 count country vintage mocha by Belfast, and it is the perfect linen for this. It's soft, it has nice marbling on it, all the colors seem to pop. This has been so much fun, and now that I have that tree done, I feel like I can now just fill it all in and play Garden Fairy. So that is my progress on Summer at Cherry Hill. And if you want to follow along on this one on Instagram or on Facebook, just use the hashtag Cherry Hill, SAL, or just hashtag Cherry Hill. A lot of you are joining in just for fun. It's not a formal stitch along, it's just one that a couple of us were doing, and we just decided to make it a stitch along if anybody had the design and wanted to join us. You know, it's a lot of fun and a good way to bring stitchers together when you do these stitch alongs. So please know that they're always informal, always just meant to be fun. So another stitch along that I do is ongoing, and it changes as I finish the designs. But Tuesdays, I do Tomato Tuesdays, and I do that with Stitch Etc. Kim Gavlik and I love tomatoes and tomato pincushions, and we have been doing Tomato Tuesdays. So I am stitching Summertide Blessings by Plum Street Sampler, and I love this design. I did something silly this week. I guess it's an easy mistake, but what I do is when I do my floss tubes, I pull these out of the plastic bags that they come in because I don't want y'all to have a glare when you see them. And last week in my mass hysteria to get things cleaned up after my floss tube and start packing for our trip, I forgot to put the pattern back inside the bag. So I just have the leaflet. So I brought this design down with me to stitch on, but I didn't have the pattern. So all I could do is I knew I could fill in the flower. And so that's what I did because I didn't need the pattern to do that. So I only got this part filled in because I knew what color I needed to do that. So that's my little progress on Plum Street Sampler's Summertide Blessings. And I do love this. This is so pretty. I'm stitching it on 32 count Stormy Night Belfast. And the marbling on this is beautiful with the blue. I have found that all of the Belfast linen marbling is really pretty. They have a pink one. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Rose. I'll have to look it up. And then and the green one I'm using for a Blackbird design I'm stitching, 'Tis the Season, is called Valor, and it's green. It's beautiful. So I highly recommend this linen. It's soft, the marbling's pretty. You can get it on 28 count, 32 count, 36 count, lots of choices on that. But that is my progress for Tomato Tuesday, Summertide Blessings. And again, I didn't bring a lot down with me just because I'm trying really hard when I travel now not to bring too much, you know, famous last words, but I'm often bad about bringing too much cross stitch with me, and then it takes up a lot of room in the car, and I don't stitch half of what I bring, and so I tried really hard to be good this time. So another one that I brought with me is Modern Folk Embroidery, Fruit of Plenty. I'm still on the first little motif, but this is Fruit of Plenty, Modern Folk Embroidery. This is another PDF download. All of his designs are PDF downloadable. modernfolkembroidery.com, and I'll put his link down below too. I keep saying his name's Jacob, and he does beautiful designs. I love stitching all of his. But this is my progress on it. I just got a few of the darker blue berries in the bowl. So this is, I didn't get as far on this week either as I'd wanted, but I did stitch on this one yesterday morning. So pretty. And I'm using the called for DMC on that one. There are 2 shades of DMC that most people are using. You can use 2, you can use as many as you want, you can use any 2 colors you want, but I'm using 3750 DMC, which is the dark blue, and I'm using the 932. So that's these 2 colors. They're so pretty, very nice. And then anytime I take a trip, a card trip, I always bring my Prairie Schooler Santas. I can see the fabric in the car without needing any kind of light, or just my readers is all I need for it. And so I brought my Prairie Schooler Santas. And I started the 2020 Prairie Schooler Santa when we left town. And this is how far I got. This was just in the car that I got to stitch. I usually get car sick. I get motion sickness very easily. I can't ride in the back unless I can see out. I have to have air blowing on my face. I can't get stuffy in a car. But for some reason, I can stitch these. And when I started back to stitching, it was around pretty close to the time that Prairie Schooler retired, But I had the majority of the Prairie Schooler Santas, and I didn't have all of them. And so what I did is I went down that rabbit hole that I've talked about before, and I made it a mission to find all of the Prairie Schooler Santas, annual Santas, going all the way back to the first one. I believe the first one is 1986. So I searched high and low until I found all of them, and I have all of them. And so I don't have them all stitched. One of these days I will, but I keep them all in the same bag. I called Cross Stitching Crafts in Johnson City when I got them, or finally got the collection, and they ordered all of the Davos linen for me, or fabric. And I didn't know at the time what Davos was. I probably would have picked a different fabric to stitch them on. But I'm glad I got them because they're all, I mean, I had them order enough for me to do all the Santas. They cut and serged them for me and sent them to me. And so just because I have all of them, I'm not going to change the fabric now. But I did start 2020, and I can't remember if I've shown y'all these, but these are the ones that I've stitched over the past year that I need to sew into pillows. So when I get back home, I'm probably gonna work on these and get these done. Here's another one. I can't remember all the years on these. I need to pull them out and let y'all know the years, and then the Let It Snow. So I keep all of these together. They all use pretty much the same colors. I have in that bag all the floss, all the fabric, all the cards, and I usually have my kids or my husband pick which one they want me to start next. And so my husband, I think, picked this one. And so that's what I stitched in the car on the way down here. So, but as you can see on my book of days, I have been busy. So this is the Volkswagen bug of us leaving for vacation. And then this is what I've been working on this week. So I love my book of days. I love my stickers. I keep all my stickers in an envelope, and it's fun. I love to journal. So that's my book of days. One thing that I did get in as far as haul, this arrived right before I left town, and I can't believe I didn't have this book by Blackbird Design, but it's Sweet Land of Liberty. And I know you all have seen this, but I wanted this book so I could stitch this one and this one. Those are the two I want to stitch from here, but this arrived right before I left, so I've had fun flipping through the book. I love looking at these books like they're magazines. I just collect them and look through them over and over again, but I got this arrived the day before we left, and so I just brought it with me to share with you. I didn't want to bring all my other haul, but this is one that was easy to bring, and I wanted to read it in the car. So I did get some of the called for floss, and a lot of it I have at home. So I'm going to work on this patriotic one. And I just love that bunting in that window, in the windows. So pretty. So that's something I wanted to share with you. I did get news that my craft table was delivered. I was home when it was delivered, but I got news from the man who's going to put it together for me. And he is coming on Saturday, June 5th. So not next week, but the week after. Hopefully my sewing room will be pretty much organized that I can really use it full time and get everything where I need it to be. So I'm excited about that. Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot. These go in one of my bags. Okay. Anyway, talking to myself. Okay. So let's go over the giveaways from last week. I had 5 giveaways, and I wanted to share that with you. Thank you all for your comments and for sharing with me and everyone else where you like to spend your stitchy money. It's always a pleasure to read through those. I know a lot of you do not have local needlework shops, and so you order online or you call stores and they mail them to you. And that's what I do. I don't get to go to a local needlework store very often, but it is nice to be able to call somewhere and have them mail you what you need. So thanks for your comments on that. So let's get to our winners from last week. So the very first one that I had was the wooden box from Patty Nicolosi with My Hand Needleworks. And this one goes to Brenda Foy. Brenda Foy, F-O-Y. So Brenda, and all the winners today, please email me at theproperstitcher@gmail.com, and I'll get these out to you when I get back home. So comment below. Everything that I have mentioned today, I'll also put in the show notes below. I apologize, I'm kind of all over the place. I feel like I'm unorganized. I've got vacation beach brain, I guess. But as usual, I'll put those comments below. I'll put the show notes in the show notes below. But if you all the winners will please get in touch with me and send me your item, what you won, and send me your address, and I'll get these to you. Okay, Patchwork Pumpkin by Blackbird Design is number 2, and Treva James, and I hope I'm saying your name right. Treva is Trieva James. You won this one. Congratulations. Number 3 was A Token of Spring by Scattered Seed Samplers, and this goes to Kathy. And Kathy, I'm going to spell your last name. S-Z-A-B-O. Kathy Zabo. Okay. Bringing Home the Tree kit by the Scarlet House. The Bringing Home the Tree kit goes to Christine Curry. So Christine Curry, C-U-R-R-I-E. And the last one, Hands-On Design Year Celebrations. This goes to Belva Brown, B-E-L-V-A Brown, B-R-O-W-N, Brown. All right, guys. Now for this week's giveaway. Oh, I didn't think of a question for you. Well, let's go through what I have, and then I'll try to think of a question. Okay, so for number 1, this is a red paddle. Oh, I should take my sticky note off of it. This is a red paddle from Stitch Etc., and this is great for finishing items on. This is, I believe, a 3.5 by 3.5, or maybe 3 3/4 wooden paddle. It'd be great for patriotic pieces. It'd be great for Valentine or Christmas or anything black, anything pretty to go on this. But it's a wooden paddle, so this is item number 1. Number 2 is 2 of these. These are Heart and Hand Designs, Wee Santa 2019 and 18. And these are great little sizes. Actually, it'll fit nicely on here. But these are 2 little patterns for you. That's number 2. Number 3 is a Blackbird Designs. This is a great book. This is all of the Halloween stockings, and this is called Tis Halloween. And I believe there are 13 stocking designs in here. So cute. Look at this one. Trick or treat. But this is number 3. And number 4 is Scarlet House kit. This is called Be Merry and Bright. And in this kit, you have your linen, your floss, your backing material, and polka dot trim. Or, pom-pom trim, not polka dot trim. There I go again. All right, and number 5, last one, is a Lizzie Kate Hello Spring. I think it's like a little ditty bag you can finish it in to that. But in this, you have a backing material, ribbon, a button, the linen, and the design. So that's number 5. So what you're going to do is like the video, subscribe to my channel, and comment below. And why don't we do this? Why don't we comment below, what are you currently stitching on? What is your favorite project that you are currently stitching on right now? I know you probably have a lot of whips like I do, but what's your favorite one you're stitching on right now? And comment that below. Let me know who the designer is and what the pattern name is. And then list which item number you would like. Please don't say giveaway. Just answer that question. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll all just go through and read those comments, and we'll maybe get some inspiration on some things to stitch ourselves. But go to my Instagram page. I'm The Proper Stitcher. Follow me on there. I try to post every day. You can join my Facebook group. It's called The Proper Stitcher. And then on June 1st, I am starting with the Vintage Stitcher, our Quaker Christmas Stitch Along. I will comment or talk more about that next Thursday, since I didn't bring that pattern and all the materials with me. But that starts June 1st, and that is for Quaker Christmas. But follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, comment below, and I'll see you back next week when I am actually home and in my sewing room. So enjoy your week, and remember that a finished project is better than a perfect project. Thanks.